Alright, so this is number 92, reverse linked list 2. Given the head of a singly linked list and two integers left and right, where left is less than or equal to right, reverse the nodes of the list. So basically we're given a left pointer, a right pointer, and we have to reverse the numbers. So straight away we can see that this is 1 based indexing, which I've already done left minus equals 1 and right minus equals 1, just because 1 based indexing is cringe. So this problem is actually like very difficult, I think. I already tried for, let me see. Alright, so I already tried for quite a long time. I have one of my attempts just already recorded that I'll stick on the end if you want to see me struggle through this a little bit. But let's see if we can get it right now. So first of all, if we have no head or left is equal to right, what we can do straight away is just return the head. Then we want to make a list node with our head. We want to make a current pointer, and then we want to make a pointer that follows along one behind our current pointer. So the reason we do this is because we need to keep a reference at the end of our list, like this one here. We need to keep a reference so that we can insert our list node back in. So we need to go for underscore in range left, prev equals prev.next, current equals current.next. So now if we print current, it's going to just be 2, 3, 4, 5, which will be the start of what we need to reverse. Why did that not print? This is not meant to be. Okay. This will print 2, 3, 4, 5. Name current is not defined. Oh goodness. Run. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. We are on target. So now we need to, this is just a 3-pointer problem. So we need to create a new list here to store our reverse list in. There is a way to do it in a in one loop without this extra list, but I don't know how to do it like that, so this is the best I've got. So we then need to store a pointer. This is going to become the end of our list, and then we'll need to store a pointer here so that we can add the rest of the in order list to the end of this list node specifically. Because if you think about the list node as like just a node, right? So we're looking at list node val2, and then there's next. This next is going to get like ripped to shreds, and then at the very end we're going to have to stick this right here, which is why we need our pointer at this list node specifically. So then we need to for underscore in range right minus left plus 1. Right is going to be equal to 3, left is going to be equal to 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. We need to loop through 3 nodes, so it's just plus 1, because it is what it is. Yeah. Then we can create a temporary node, which this is how we're going to move through our list. So temp is going to be equal to the next node, which will be 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do, what are we going to do? Car.next is going to be equal to our new node, which is none. So now we're going to be looking at a node that is to none. Then we're going to set our new node as equal to current, which will be current next is, this will just be set to to none, and then car is set to equal the 345, and then we'll do the same. We'll go it'll be 3 to none, and so on until we get 432 none. So this 432 none is going to be new, I believe. So if we print new now, it should be 432 none. 432 none, perfect. And then car and temp are both going to be equal to 5. So what we do is end.next is equal to temp or car, it doesn't matter. So if we remember, this end up here is going to be our list node down here. So if we print end real quick, it'll just be to none, and now if we print end here, it'll be to 5, which if we can see on the left is what we need, to 5. So we've got that all good. And then, where is it? Our previous up here is going to be 1, probably none. Let's see. 1, 2. All right. So we do prev dot next equals end. So prev.next equals new, where end will be on the end of new. And then we can return dummy.next, or we can return head. But we'll just do it like this. Submit. Cool. Pretty decent answer, and I'll cut the attempt from yesterday on just for my own progress, just to see how long I've spent on the question when I look back. Alright, so I've given number 92 reverse linked list 2 a couple of tries now, and this is a genuinely horrible problem. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible problem. I really do not like it. So you have to reverse part of a linked list. So you can do it just by going through and storing the data in like an array or something, and then reversing and just like storing it in the nodes. But it's a slow solution, and it's just not how it's meant to be done, because you're not actually changing the nodes around, you're just moving the data around. So I've been trying this for a few like hours now, and I hate this problem. But first trick is that it's one based indexing, so quickly change that. If there's no head or left is equal to right, you just return, because you can't reverse like nothing. We straight away create a dummy and a previous and a current value. We need the previous because when we iterate up to it, we need to store our last correct node. Then what you need to do is you need to create a tail at the previous value. And then you need to create a new list, which we initialize as none because we do. So this will just let us loop through. In this case, 3 minus 1 is 2, but we need to loop through 3 times, not 2 times. So that's why we add 1 here, just to get through our whole section. You need a temp node, which is going to be equal to the next. So for current, which we're at 2, we need a way to iterate through, so that's our temp node. Then what you're gonna do is, so currently we're at node number 2, and we need to store node number 2, and when we get to node number 3, we need to store 2 in 3, and then 3, 2 in 4. So our next value is going to be equal to our previous list. Then, so now we have our previous list, which is currently just 2 none. Oh, well, it's just going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Car.next will then just become 2. Yep, it'll just become, car will just become 2. Then what we're going to do is store this. Then what we're going to do is go to our next value. This is I hope how you do it, but this is I hate this problem. It's a mind-bending problem. So if we print U, I really hope this works. 432, awesome. We definitely need a way to get the rest of this list, but honestly, just reversing this is just nice. Probably honestly just go prev equals prev.next. I don't know if that's gonna ruin our tail. Let's just assume that that's gonna ruin our tail real quick and just go tail.next equals new print dummy.next, which is just our head. 1432, okay, cool. I wonder if I do prev equals prev.next, if this is gonna ruin it. Okay, so we need a way to go through this. Temp should honestly be at the end, I think. Let's just print temp.next. Let's just print temp. What if here I did new.next is equal to temp? And then just return dummy.next. Temp should be 5, new should be 432. I understand what it's doing. It's we have tail, which is 1, 2. We have 4, 3, 2, and then we have 5. But it's just appending 1, 4, 5, and it's ignoring this. So I could do that with another loop. There's probably some way to do it in here. Maybe if I did something like temp dot next equals new. Should be new dot next equals temp. This is so frustrating. This is probably one of my least favorite questions I've ever done. 5, 4, 3, 2. The worst part about this is that it just prints errors, so I never really know what's, like, I can't just, like, cycles in list nodes are the most infuriating thing for me. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, it's so frustrating. I bet this isn't even going to be faster than the other way. It's not. This is a horrible question. I really don't like it. It's literally worse in every way. There has to be a better way to do this part here. Tail equals current. Current node will be the tail of the reversed part. Current equals temp. So what if you set why can't I just use current? Alright, I guess this is one way of doing it. Yeah, this is a pretty horrible question. Um, I, yeah, I really, really, really don't like this question. Don't even, like, need this. Tail equals prev, you can just do prev.next. Um, yeah, I don't really get it. I don't get why you need this. I don't know why current, which is iterating through, ends up as print new underscore tail. It should just be 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 next, 2 next, 5. Like I see what it's doing. It's keeping a pointer to the very front. By just keeping a pointer to this 2 next. But I don't love this problem.